What's up, Multiverse? Dr. Dave here. Welcome to the Geek Lounge. We're continuing with our very own 20th anniversary celebration of the Naruto anime series, and in today's video, we're going to be unboxing the latest wave of Naruto Funko Pops. And so my pop culture order has indeed come sooner rather than later. It's two boxes, as you guys can see here, but they did stick them together for shipping purposes. I've already separated them because it's going to be easier to open everything up. I should, though, say this doesn't contain every single figure in the latest wave, and so I didn't pick up the 6th Past Madara Uchiha. I think that is actually available on FunkoEurope.com. I think there is only 2 available on the site at the moment. The same with the 8 Inner Gates Might Guy as well. I actually want to pick up the glow-in-the-dark versions of both of those, so I am still waiting for those to come out. I don't think they have been released like anywhere unless I am mistaken. And when I placed this order with Pop Culture, young Kakashi was still only available for pre-order on their site, but I think he has since been released. And that is also the same as the Hokage 2-pack Lords 1st and 2nd, the Senju brothers Hashirama and Tobirama, also available now to order, so I will have to pick all of these up at some point. But I'm pretty sure the rest of the figures in the wave are in here, at least I hope they are. And I did also order a bunch of other things because I always like, you know, when I order from popculture.com to get to that, I think it's £135 threshold where you don't then pay, I think it's just duties, right? Because you still pay taxes, or do you pay whatever it is, you get that 135 threshold before having to pay the government any more money. So I did order some other things. I think there's a couple of Fairy Tail pops in here, and I think there is a couple of like, or maybe one older Naruto pop and a Boruto pop as well. But yeah, I think there is a couple of like chase chances in this box as well, so eager to see what we get. As always with pop culture, things are like double boxed, essentially, box within a box. So yeah, just give me a second here, guys. So I've opened up the boxes within boxes, guys. You can see the tops of all the Funko Pops there. Those are the new Naruto ones. There is also a older Madara one in there, and so we'll get to this box first before we get to the, let's call it the main event. And there is one figure in here that which is an anime. Everything else is then anime, and that is actually the flocked chrysanthemum here from the Book of Boba Fett. This is a really, really cool looking figure. The flocking on it is absolutely brilliant. I do always feel that word sounds pretty weird though, flocking, but I always say it. But I don't think this figure, has this actually released in the UK yet? It was obviously a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, and I can't actually remember if it was heading to one of the stores like exclusively, because it didn't actually drop on FunkoEurope.com. They said they were going to drop some figures at a later date, and then they just never dropped anything, right? And we already have New York Comic-Con, which I believe is dropping today, maybe even like right now, depending on the time that I actually release this video. But yeah, really cool figure nonetheless. I saw it on Pop Culture. I think it was like 11 quid or something like that. I think it was even like reduced in some sale or something, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna pick it up. Sadly though, because we've decided to actually head to Liverpool Comic-Con, and Carrie Jones, who actually portrayed Chrysanthemum in the Book of Boba Fett, he's just cancelled his appearance, and I was like, oh man, I was actually gonna get this signed. But yeah, we've got some other pops, of course, that we can get signed, and I guess that's a pretty good lead into the next one. And that next one is Frosh from Fairy Tail, at least I think that is how you pronounce it. I may as well bring the other Fairy Tail one out as well, which is Gajeel. I think these were all part of the same wave of figures because they do actually show up on the back there. I did actually have the other two from this wave in my order, but then that took it over that £135 threshold. And what I meant in terms of Liverpool Comic-Con is that the voice actress of Frosh, Dawn Bennett, is actually going to be there. So I figured, you know what, let's get this pop, let's get it signed, because I did actually get Happy signed by Tia Ballard at Northern Ireland Comic Con. And I'll give you guys a quick spin of both of these figures, though I don't really know much about Frosh yet. I haven't come across the character yet in Fairy Tail. I'm actually taking Fairy Tail very, very slowly. Not to say I don't like it. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. You know, it's really funny, really entertaining, but I have just finished the Tower of Heaven arc. I think the next one is like the Fairy Tail Civil War arc or something along those lines, where like, I think it's Luxus is like fighting for control of Fairy Tail, whatever it is. Like I said, I'm only just starting that arc and Frosh hasn't come into it yet, but Gajeel actually has, and he seems a fairly cool character, although I don't really know too much about it. I think I watched the first episode of that arc actually, and he battled Luxus, or Luxus like at least kind of beat him up and he wasn't fighting back or something along those lines. Again, this was like a couple of weeks ago when I watched it, so yeah, really need to get back to it because like I said, I am enjoying the anime and yeah, want to collect more of these fairy tale figures. And next up guys, we have Weakened All Might from My Hero Academia. Funnily enough, I actually never had this figure, even though I've got most of the, at least the older ones in the My Hero Academia wave. I've certainly got all of those figures. And I really do enjoy these All Might figures, though I do feel they are really, really big. Like the head is absolutely massive. I don't know if it's because of the hair or whatnot, but you know, regardless of whether he's in like his full-bodied form or this weakened form, I just feel that his pops are really, really big. For whatever reason, I didn't pick this one up earlier. It's been out for quite a while now, and yeah, I just decided to pick it up when I saw it on Pop Culture because there are a couple of weakened ones already. There was the one, like the Comic-Con one, where he had the grocery bag, and then there is, of course, the one where he had his fight with All For One in the hero suit, but he's like in that weakened form. But yeah, this one's just, I guess, like a somewhat like his just casual teacher-like look. Yeah, it's still really cool. I really do like the detail that they give in these My Hero Academia figures. And now guys, it's time to move on to all the Naruto figures, although technically this first one is a Boruto figure. It is the Hokage Naruto, and it is our first chance of a chase here, though I don't want the chase. I actually managed to get the chase in a Funko Pop hunt we did in Iceland. So did we get the chase? I couldn't quite tell. No, we didn't. It looked very yellow, what I was seeing like on the viewfinder thing. But yeah, this is the common one. It actually has the new special edition sticker as well, which, you know, I'll take that over the old one, but I guess that means they did like reprints of these figures, right? And I actually really do like this figure. I think it looks very, very cool, and I actually can't wait till I get to Boruto to see these characters in essentially my age group, right? I know a lot of people will be saying don't hold your breath because there's quite a lot of negativity around Boruto. Like I see a lot of people just comparing it to the original Naruto as well as Shippuden, and people saying, yeah, it's just like nowhere near as good. Boruto seems to get a lot of hate, like the character himself, but you know, I'll get round to it. I've seen a lot of people though say that like the manga is currently on fire. I think the show has like tons of filler arc from, you know, at least from what I've read. But yeah, I'll get to it eventually. This is, as I said, Naruto Hokage with the Hokage cloak there. He has that glove as well as like a slightly different outfit, but still rocking the black and orange. Obviously his hair is a lot less maybe wavy, if that was the correct term, a lot less wild, let's say. But yeah, I think it is a cool figure. The Chase version, if you were wondering, it's like a full yellow version of him that does glow in the dark, and it actually has an awesome glow. And the last figure to show off before we do get to the new wave of figures, guys, is the Madara Uchiha reanimation figure. Again, yeah, it is the new special edition sticker. Again, I will take that, but I guess it means there was a reprint of these as well. And this is a really, really cool figure. The Rinnegan there in his left eye, the right eye covered by his hair. He has the war fan. I think, like, is it like gunbai, something along those lines. Whatever the correct term is, do let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, really, really cool figure. Really cool villain. I'm kind of enjoying, like, you know, what he's doing, as well as like the voice and the portrayal from like Neil Kaplan. I am, of course, watching it in dubbed. I'm not necessarily saying like the subbed, like the original voice actor was probably amazing as well. I just haven't watched any of Naruto in subbed. But yeah, really cool figure. I do probably feel the one with weapons that came with a pop tee. We did actually show it off in the video on Monday where we took a look, or where I should say I took a look at the at my current Naruto Funko Pop collection, at least at that time, because we have a bunch more that we've added to it today. And yeah, the one with weapons I think is a cooler Funko Pop, but there's always like a little bit of controversy around it because people are saying it's not actually accurate because he didn't fight with the scythe when he was reanimated, and it does have the reanimation cracks in that figure, as well as the Rinnegan, and he actually hadn't awakened the Rinnegan till he was like very old, and he fought with the scythe when he was younger. I think that's like the controversy at least around that figure, but yeah, still really, really cool. I just do feel with the scythe it is like a little bit cooler, but yeah, I guess less accurate, right? And we finally got to the newest wave of Naruto figures, guys, and these first two we're going to do as a duo because they are always together in the anime. I am, of course, talking about Izumu and Kotetsu, the two Leaf Shinobi who were like they didn't get huge screen time, but it's like they were always there. They were always in the background. I think were they not like in charge of the gates of the Leaf Village as well. But yeah, I think they're two really cool looking figures. We're going to take a closer look at them both in just a second. But I know there was, maybe controversy is not the right word, but a lot of people were disappointed that these guys actually got pops. And, you know, we've had characters like Hinata, Neji, you know, popular characters who have still yet to, you know, get their Funko Pops, and then these two real supporting cast members actually do have theirs. But like I said, they are really cool looking pops. And we'll start with Izumo Kamizuki here, guys. I think it's a very unique pop. I mean, how many have this kind of stand where he's on one back foot and then, you know, his jutsu, his powers are essentially used as a stand as well, guys? I think it is pretty cool. Like a very unique mold, we should say. But yeah, maybe they could have done some more like popular characters, but I just do feel it's a really cool looking pop. We've got some dust particles there off the back of his right heel as he's kind of running along, doing his water release nature transformation. I mean, what was the actual thing? Wasn't it like water release? Was it like syrup? I think starch syrup catching field. I think that's actually what it was called. He does his move, and then it obviously traps people, and then Kotetsu can come in doing his jutsu. But the one thing I would say about the like his jutsu that he's using, it's very blue, and I kind of remember it being a little bit more like transparent in the anime. So I don't know, maybe they could have made it a little bit more transparent, but yeah, maybe people would have then said, you know, this kind of figure looks a little bit wrong. You know, I'm not going to get too much into that, make of that what you will. And then, guys, we have his good buddy Kotetsu Hagane here, and this pop is really cool. I do think it has some amazing detail on it. It's also very heavy. I guess he's got quite a big head as well, but he has that big weapon. I think it was like called the conch shell mace or something like that. At least I kind of looked that up like earlier. I think that's what it was called. And like I said, yeah, he uses this with Izumo, his partner. They essentially, you know, trap enemies in Izumo's jutsu, and then he comes in with this conch shell mace to knock them out. These two characters, like I said, again, they were like always there in the background, but they never were like massive prominent characters. I guess they got their 15 minutes of fame essentially in the, I can't actually remember what the arc was, but it's you know, the arc where, spoilers, Asuma Sensei, Asuma Saratobi, actually kicks the bucket, killed off by Hidan, of course, and yeah, they kind of feature prominently in that. And then they did actually return when Asuma was reanimated as well, didn't they? Feature like a tiny bit in that battle, or were they actually told to just leave off by, you know, Shikacho? Can't like entirely remember, even though it was only like just a matter of weeks ago when I was watching the or that particular episode. But yeah, guys, really cool pop. I get it why people were like saying, you know, we should have got more popular characters, but I think Funko did a really good job with both of these. And the next pop, guys, is the Leaf's Noble Blue Beast, Bushy Brow Sensei himself, Might Guy. This is just the common one, the 8 Inner Gates one, also available. Like I said earlier, I am waiting for the glow-in-the-dark one of that, though, to come out. And although I find this figure really cool, I do have a gripe with it, but I will get to that in just a second. This is Might Guy with his nunchucks. I think they were called Twin Fangs in the English anime, and Sashuga in the like original Japanese anime, the manga, of course. And yeah, like I said, it is really cool. He has them there around his neck. We have the typical like that shine that we see in some of these characters, you know, their hair, which I think is pretty funny. A lot of people said it looked a bit similar to Rock Lee, and yeah, the characters kind of look a bit similar, right? I mean, how many people thought they were father and son for such a long time? I do love, though, how the eyebrows, I think, off recollection, I mean, I did only look at the Rock Lee pop earlier this week, but I'm pretty sure his eyebrows are actually bushier. I will have to compare that a little bit later on. But yeah, my gripe with the figure, like, not the fact that it doesn't look like Rock Lee, because like I said, they do kind of look similar in the show, right, in the manga. But it's, I would have liked him doing his typical, like, thumbs up pose with a winking eye. I know they maybe, well, I don't know, we've had Funko Pops with teeth before, haven't we? I think we just saw, what what was it, All Might had his like teeth shining. Could they have done something like that? The thumbs up, like it's just such an iconic pose really for Might Guy. I would have liked that. The thumbs up, the winking eye, the like teeth. I don't know if they could have done like a shine effect. That might have looked a little bit weird, but that's what I would have preferred from like a common Might Guy Funko Pop. But this one, like I said, it's still really, really cool. And the next figure, guys, is Kiba with Akamaru. And this actually means we now have at least one of each of the Konoha 11 team members. Kiba, of course, part of Team 8. Because we, of course, already have a bunch of Naruto figures, as well as Sakura from Team 7. We have Rock Lee from Team Guy and Shikamaru from Team 10. So we now have a member from Team 8 as well. Kiba with Akamaru. And I have to say, how shall I put this? It's maybe not necessarily an odd choice, but I feel there were like more popular choices, even from like Team 8, right? I kind of feel Hinata was one that a lot of people would have wanted. You know, she's a very popular character, but Kiba like has this really like kind of unique look. I almost kind of prefer when he was younger, right, with the hood. How many people used to think that was actually his hair? I think that's like a meme that goes around quite a lot. But yeah, I think the fact, like stylistically, he does look pretty cool, right? And we get this bonus of having Akamaru as well. I don't know if it's quite in terms of like scale, you know, the ratio. I think Akamaru was certainly a little bit bigger than that, because this is, of course, the grown Kiba. We actually don't have any of the like younger versions of the characters yet. I think there was talk that they were going to make a younger Naruto. I actually kind of feel they missed a beat there. That I really feel that was like a perfectly placed to be a New York Comic Con exclusive, you know, during this week, the week of the 20th anniversary of the release of the anime. But, you know, Funko don't always do too great with their anniversary years. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But yeah, keep a figure really, really cool here with Akamaru. I was, you know, when this was like not necessarily announced, but like heavily rumored to be in the next wave, I did wonder how they were going to do Akamaru. I do like the look of it, but I kind of always thought it would have been really cool if they maybe did it as a pop ride with Kiba riding Akamaru, because he does do that quite a lot in the show. And our final figure is next up, guys. We have a chase chance here. It is, of course, Killer Bee. Did we get lucky with the chase? Boom, we did not. Yeah, I'm not seeing a chase sticker there, although the reflection in the light was a bit difficult to see. Yeah, we don't have the chase, unfortunately. I should say I have actually ordered the Entertainment Earth exclusive from DJ Collectibles, and then when I saw this was available on Pop Culture, I just made the decision to you know, to just go and grab it and see if maybe we did get the chase. It does, of course, come with the new special edition sticker. One thing I am actually seeing on the back here, that is the previous wave of figures, which I think is a little bit interesting, bit weird. They don't have the latest wave of figures, but yeah, guys, let's take a closer look at the common Killer Bee. And this is a really cool figure, although I am already noticing some quality control issues there with the paint job in and around the ear and underneath the headband, but that is what it is with Funko quality control. Yeah, this is a really, really cool figure. I am enjoying it a lot. He's giving off his, I don't know, rap pose, is that what you call it? As he's like spewing out some rhymes. The Chase edition is him with his little book, I guess, where he writes his rhymes, his raps, right? But yeah, really cool. The outfit, the goatee, the glasses, the headband, all very, very cool as we get round to the back. Doesn't have Samahara. That would have been really cool, I think, if they had given him that. I can't remember now if the chase, because I haven't actually obviously seen the chase in person, but I don't think he has Samihara on that as well. But that would have been really cool if they did, you know, have that as an addition. I do really want to see a Kisame Funko Pop eventually. I think he had this like pretty cool, unique look as well. But yeah, that's a discussion for another time. Yeah, guys, like I said, really cool pop. They've really done a good job. I think that the whole like new wave of Naruto Funko Pops, they did a really fantastic job. And there you go, guys. I actually can't wait to get my hands on the rest of the new Naruto Funko Pops. As I said, the Madara 6th Path that glows in the dark, the 8 Inner Gates, Might Guy that glows in the dark, the Young Kakashi, which does have a Chase edition, which I also think glows in the dark, the Brothers Senju 2-pack, and there are, of course, the Hokages with the like mountainside face carvings as well coming out. I think that is under the Boruto line, but those also look really, really cool. Like I said, can't wait to get my hands on all of those once, you know, some of them do release, some of them already out. So yeah, they will be coming into the collection at some point. But yeah, guys, that is going to do it for today's video. So first and foremost, thank you so much for taking a little bit of time out of your day to spend with me here on the Geek Lounge. It is very much appreciated. And I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If so, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Drop some comments below. Out of the latest wave of Naruto Funko Pop figures, which one is your favourite? And we have tons of content on the way for you guys. We are, of course, continuing our 20th anniversary celebration of Naruto here on the Geek Lounge with a bunch of Naruto themed content throughout the month of October. I've got a ton of Funko Pop parcels there staring me in the face. Some of them are actually quite big, so we will get round to opening those up. It's probably about this time that New York Comic Con, the Funko drops are probably dropping around this time by the time I do release this video. So fingers crossed we can actually get all of the drops that we want. Fingers crossed you guys get all the drops that you want as well. So we'll be showing those off as soon as they come in, probably within like a week or two. We are, of course, continuing our very own Star Wars celebration here on the Geek Lounge. We've been doing that throughout the whole year of 2022, so plenty of Star Wars content to come. So make sure you guys stay tuned for all of that and more. What is the easiest way to stay tuned? It's very simple. Subscribe, hit, click, smash that subscribe button and enable those notifications so you guys don't miss out on any of that future content. Thanks again for watching today's video, and we will see you on the next one. Peace out, nerds.